Let's go, man. Let's go.
Listen, only here to be a legend, here to bust up all the metric. What's an hour? Just a second, I defy competition. Taking losses not accepted, you a G, but I'm a legend. Breaking laws, I'm breaking physics.
A fitness place is a project made at satisfying the need of people to lead a healthy lifestyle, offering a high-quality service combining eating habits and personalized exercise routines to achieve the desired objectives with a specialized technological and human resources and a great healthy and nutritious gastronomic variety to offer a balance, harmony, and appropriate proportion between food and makes us feel good and sport.
Selection market. To learn about the selection of the countries to analyze, three main variables were taken into account, which were wealth, size, and likelihood to consume. Regarding the wealth, we want to take into account the GDP of each country, in this way to know how safe and stable is the economy. Also, how this health can help us to promote a fitness place. We take this with the highest weight, that is 5. Since if the country has the fairly good health, it is certain that our service will be consumed. On the part of size, we took into account how large the fitness and exercise market is with respect to the GDP of each country. That is, this is the sector how much it contributes to the economy of that country. Finally, likelihood to consume. We call these variable sectors that are directly related to service in the market. We call this variable that way to know how much money other sectors related to our idea contribute, since not only the gym service is offered, but also purchase and the consumption of healthy food. In this way to know the probability that our service will be consumed. From the next table, we were able to obtain data to understand results are the most suitable countries to enter are United States, China, Japan, Germany, United Kingdom, and France.
The United States represents an important global market with more than 300 million inhabitants. Its economy is considered the first in the world for having the largest GDP in the world. The wealth of this country represents $21,433,210 billion. The size represents $105,000 billion, and likelihood to consume represents $162.2 billion. By the government's strategy to encourage physical activity, stimulating creation and physical condition based on health care.
Have you ever been interested in the fitness world?
Yes, I actually went to college for sports management and I have 2 master degrees, one in biomechanics and the other one in sports nutrition.
Japan. The population of Japan is 126,529,000 of people, where the 51.16% are women, while men comprise 48.84% of the population. About the variables, first, wealth, the GDP of this country is $4.9 billion. About the size, represents $20.3 billion of the GDP. And likelihood to consume represents $19.3 billion of the GDP. How to use? The Japanese usually make use of clubs where different activities are covered, like swimming pool, gym, and different sports. With fitness play, it is possible to have those different activities. There is the gym with specialized machines, also find different activities such as buying and consuming food healthy and supplementary.
England. The population of United Kingdom is 67,025,542 inhabitants, where 500.63% are women, while men comprise 49.37% of the population. Variables. First, size represents $20.5 billion of GDP. About wealth, the GDP of this country represents $2.8 billion, and likelihood to consume represents $20.6 billion of GDP. How to use? English people often prefer to prioritize the experience as a social activity where several platforms allow consumption. Waterfall model is more convenient because it's difficult to enter a different markets at the same time. It is better to enter a country one by one and know how the market receives the business opportunity so that we can analyze each factor that decides to enter the new markets. The United States is the first country to which we are going to employ our business idea in order to know how our variables and strategies are applied. China will be our second country since maintaining a healthy life is a priority, both in the food and the physical state. And the last, Germany will be our third country to enter because it is the first country which is positioned in Europe in the fitness industry.
Germany has a population of 83,166,711 inhabitants, where women have 50.65% and men 49.35%. Size of the gym and fitness world market relative to GDP million of dollar 12.3. The German fitness market is mainstaying a learning positive in Europe with 18% of all registered members in Europe according to the Europe Healthy Study and Fitness Market. Health GDP million UCD 308,045.7. The top 10 chains relating a 12% market share in terms of supplying existing facilities and 32% in terms of member. Probability sector that is directly relative to this service in the market million of dollar 19.3. How are the products used? A strong impulse to promote healthy and sport in the workplace. Digitization of the sector, new technology have entered the world of fitness and are changing the structure of the industry. Sport must the only give the gain of the population.
In France, the population is 65,970,507 inhabitants. The wealth in France, the GDP, approximately is 2,716,006 billions. The size of the gym market at the fitness world approximately is $11 billion. Likelihood. Sectors that have a direct relationship with this service in this market is for $15 billion approximately. How is the bank used? In France, they tend to carry out sport activities to have a healthy life. For that, there are several sports centers willing to provide this service.
The population is 1,400,500 billion inhabitants. The gross domestic products are 13,368.67 billion. The sectors that have direct relationship with the service in the market are about 56 billion. How is the being used? More Chinese are exercising thanks to national training programs, parks, designed for exercise are sprouting up across the country and gymnasiums are more attendance. The fitness industry in China has been growing since the government implemented sports health programs in 2011, aimed at promoting a healthier lifestyle among the population?
If I've been ever interested in fitness, well, yeah, definitely. The only problem always is time. It's difficult to keep the persistence about it, and especially right now, I don't have any gym very close to my home.
Number 2, have you ever been interested in the fitness world? Well, I live in England. It's football everywhere, so fitness and football, they go hand to hand. So yeah, always interested in the fitness world, and me myself, I go to the gym, so pretty interested in the fitness world.
¿Cómo defines el concepto de formación personalizada?
Ich glaube, dass es, wenn man ist in ein Fitnessstudio und macht mit jemand alles kontrolliert, Sport und Essen, denke ich.